Hey guys, what's up? I am, again, essay writing, as always. I'm just gonna get to the point of it. So yesterday or 2 days ago, there was, a bombing, or a bomb set up in Boston during the Boston Marathon. And 2 bombs were exploded, and there were several others that were found unexploded. They were still, I guess, normal. I don't know what the proper term is. There are 2 things that are really bothering me about this topic. To start off, this is horrible. It shouldn't have happened. Bombing shouldn't have happened. Bombing should never happen. And the fact that it was done in a place where there is family, where it's for charity, where it's completely innocent, is wrong. But the first thing that's bothering me is that bombings happen every day in other countries, and there's only ever media coverage when it's something huge. But just because it doesn't happen, or like people are saying like, oh, pray for Boston, yes, it's obvious we have to keep them in our prayers because this is when they need it. But for them to keep a country in their prayers that gets a bombing every 10 years versus a country that gets a bombing every 10 minutes is wrong. You don't prioritize one country over the other, and you don't make one country more special than the other. You don't forget about countries where innocent people are dying every day. Just because it doesn't happen in your backyard doesn't mean it doesn't happen. Now, this isn't to say that it shouldn't have happened, because it shouldn't have. And I can't stress that enough, and I don't want people to think like, oh, she's like a hater or some shit. Because I'm not. Because the life of anyone taken away too soon is wrong, and it shouldn't happen. But the fact that one country is being, like, I don't even know what this looks like. The fact that one country is being put on a pedestal over another makes me sick. The fact that my country is barely existing anymore, and America is so strong, and yet people are just so willing to give them everything they need, while my country is barely existing anymore. Well, there were so many countries in the Middle East, for example, that are going through so much more crisis. Like in Iraq, there was a crisis that happened. In Syria, in Palestine, in Lebanon, in everywhere in the Middle East, there's something going on, and nothing gets portrayed. You see something about Palestine and Israel, you're like, oh, same old shit. But it's not the same old shit. It's new people dying every day. So there's one thing. The second thing that's really, really bothering me is the amount of prejudice and ignorant comments that are being made. Now, I started seeing this last night. There was a columnist for Fox News that had said, when the bombings happened, to kill all Muslims. I'm gonna go off on a tangent right now. Who the fuck are you to say to kill all Muslims? I'm not Muslim, but a lot of the nicest people, the most genuine people I know, are Muslim. And for you to say to kill them all is wrong. For you to... I can't even... I'm getting so worked up over this. For you to say that they are doing wrong, and for you to preach without actually knowing, makes you just as bad as the person who is bombing. You have no... I can't even. There are people saying that, like, we need to kill, not even just Muslims, they're saying we need to kill all Arabs. Why? It's so shameful on those people. And, like, this gives a bad look for the entire country of the United States of America. Because not everyone has those views. And there's just a small group that do. But those small group are giving such a bad name for the rest of the country. I'm proud to be Arab, and I'm proud to be Palestinian at that. And nobody has to like it. But you don't have to go around posting ignorant comments and ignorant tweets on the internet when you don't even know what the culture is about, and you don't even know what my home is about. So don't... We're not making a video. Okay. I'm talking about the what's it called? The bombings and all the ignorant comments.
Did you talk about what happened on the View today?
No, but hang on. So yeah.
Hi.
So like, yeah, this is Rima. That's all you know. So yeah. So like, learn to think before you speak, and you might actually like, let people know you're dumb later rather than sooner. Because it's just stupid, and you have no right to be saying these ignorant comments like kill all Arabs, kill all Muslims, blaming freaking North Korea at that. Like, what the hell? You don't know. What if it was a plain old American? What are you going to be saying about them, about your own country?
Okay, my piece, and then I'm gonna go. I was watching The View this morning. My mom was watching it, and then they were saying that this reporter, they were talking with this reporter who was reporting from the site of the explosion, and then they're like, the people asked, like, are there any suspects so far, or was anyone questioned? And they were like, yeah, we questioned a 20-something-year-old Saudi student that was studying here in the States. They said that he ran away from the explosion, and they found him later in the hospital, and they said that him running away from the explosion was suspicious. I'm like, what the hell? Like, obviously he's gonna run away from the explosion like everyone else. You have no right to just pinpoint that one specific person, regardless.
Because of where they're from.
Because of where they're from, or with their religion, their orientation. It's just sick. It's dumb. It's stupid. It's disgraceful for them to be treating people that way. And, like, it just bothered me so much, like, as an Arab, to hear something like that. The fact that they would, like, just say that his actions were suspicious, and they're like,
because he ran to a hospital for seeking medical help.
They're like, later we found out that he had nothing to do with the explosion. Well, like, that's so dumb of them. Like, I couldn't watch it after that.
So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
I think that's it for now anyway. Do you want to say bye? So yeah.
Bye.
Whoa. So yeah, there's my little spiel. Again, it's not to say that, like, all Americans have this view, because they don't. I have a lot of family that live in the States, and they don't feel the same way. I have a lot of Arab family that live in the States. They don't have the same views. But these people are giving a bad rap for those that do. They're saying, like, they're, like, pro-Christian or whatever. They're giving a bad name for Christians as well, because we don't do this. And for them to say that Muslims are the ones that are doing this, they don't condone any kind of violence at all. They just don't. And for anyone who actually knows anything about the religion, they'll know that it's not in them. It's not them. Just because one person made a mistake doesn't give a bad name for the entire religion. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Sorry, this is a very different kind of tone of a message. It was more like a rant. But yeah, there's my rant. So yeah, I think I'm done now. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later.